Alrighty guys, what is going on everybody? Welcome back here to another live stream, my friends. Glad to have y'all here. Sorry about the bit of problems we ran into a little bit ago. Dumb internet, just typically Florida thing. But anyways guys, what's going on everybody? Welcome to a members only live stream. Everybody can join, but only the members can talk because, you know, just giving a special thanks to our supporters here on the channel. I really appreciate you guys very much. But anyways, let's go ahead and jump on into it, my friends. Let's go ahead and see who we have here for now. We have ourselves pilots. We have Mark, Kathleen. Let's see here. We have Tash. We have Quiet. We have, let's see here, TRG's here. I don't think I already said TRG. Let's see, Polar Vortex, Roadster Jim, Justin with a $2 super chat asking how to become a member. So if you guys do want to become a member, you should see a join button under the subscribe button or somewhere around there. If it's not there, it should be on the main page. And if it's not there, try clicking that dollar icon and it should pop up something about memberships. Anyways, let's see here. We have Crystal. What's up, guys? Hope everyone's doing good. Glad to have y'all here. So let's go ahead and jump on into the models. We do have a lot more information now with the storm here. We'll give you guys the overall snow accumulations. Now is a time where we can be a little bit more better with the accumulations and stuff. So first of all, let's go ahead and jump on over here to the model. So this is the latest run of the GFS. It's actually coming through right now here overall. So when it comes to the system here, I mean, it seems like it's really kind of removing a lot of the heavy snowfall for Virginia. I know a lot of people are really excited about the snowfall for Virginia and all that fun stuff, but overall, I mean, it seems like the models have been kind of trending less and less. There is a bit of freezing rain and potential sleet concerns for places out there by, you know, central Virginia. We have ourselves a lot of snow still for portions of northern Virginia, seeming quite likely. Areas here towards, you know, areas out there by West Virginia, kind of for the panhandle of West Virginia, moving its way into Pennsylvania, northern New Jersey, New York. Look at this, really coming down there towards Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts. If you guys want to know my opinion, I think those are some of the areas that's probably going to experience a heck of a lot of, you know, heck of a lot of snowfall. And we'll actually look at the accumulations. It seems like they've actually uptrended since when I looked this morning, so could definitely be pretty interesting out there. But so yeah, timing wise, the event is going to really start to pop off here for the morning of the 6th. You know, we're talking here for the morning into the afternoon of the 6th. A bit of you know, sleet, freezing rain across basically the Virginia western side, central side overall. And of course, we have ourselves the you know, the snow popping off here, and this will continue into the 7th. So by the afternoon of the 7th, we're going to see a lot of the heaviest of the event here popping off across, like, you know, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, maybe even Long Island. You know, you're kind of on one of those areas where it's a little bit iffy because, you know, Long Island, I've seen a lot of models show just rain, and I've seen a lot of models show pure snow. So we'll have to look and see what the models agree on it. At least it looks like it starts as a bunch of rain for like Long Island area, and then it kind of transitions into snow here. This is once again for 1 p.m. if you guys can follow along here. 1 p.m. here for the 7th. So we're going to talk, like I said, we're talking the 6th into the 7th. Storm should be mostly out of the region here by the morning of the 8th. And of course, after that, we have another really big storm system, a much bigger of a storm system, rolling through. The Ohio Valley, Mid-Atlantic, Northeast. Could drive a little bit more snow for the Northeast, but mostly it looks like a rain event here overall. And if we zoom out here a little bit, you can actually see how things really blow up across the Central Plains, the Midwest here. This is actually for the 8th. So what's really interesting is we have this guy from the 6th through the 7th, and leaving on the 8th, and then right as the 8th happens, basically working our way into the evening of the 8th, we have another storm system that develops there. Now, this guy has a really good potential of producing severe weather. Let me bring you guys over here. We're going to make this a little bit bigger for you guys. So on the convective outlook, so obviously today's day 1. No severe weather is today. Tomorrow, we do have a we do have a threat for severe weather tomorrow across southern Louisiana, out there by Gulfport, Mississippi, Mobile, Alabama, and portions out there by the Panhandle of Florida for the most part. Tornadoes are a possibility. Okay, so I don't think we're going to need coverage because it's such a low probability, but tornadoes are possible tomorrow, damaging winds and no hail. So mostly just a gusty wind and tornado probability for tomorrow across the Gulf Coast here, all the way from Louisiana's coast to the Panhandle of Florida. So we'll definitely keep an eye out there for that. And of course, the day after that, we got ourselves a marginal risk, a level 1 threat across Florida. This actually includes me. But that's not the big threat, my friends. No, it is not. Look at this. For day 5, we were actually talking about this here yesterday. Monday. So this coming up Monday with that secondary system that we're going to be seeing here. Really, really showing a lot of heavy stuff popping off across, coastal Texas out there by Houston, central southern Louisiana, central southern Mississippi, southern Alabama, and the Panhandle of Florida. So that is what we are looking out for. Definitely is looking pretty crazy. But that's not all. So that's for Monday. Then we work our way into Tuesday. Another really big threat out there, extending for South Georgia. Portions out there towards, a lot of Florida, central northern Florida, will be at risk here for the potential of some more severe weather out there. Now, from what it looks like, tornadoes does seem to be a big problem. And actually, look at that. They actually mentioned this here. Tornadoes, large hail damaging winds should spread eastward. I believe they're talking, let's see here. Yeah, so yeah, we're talking that. So they are talking about tornadoes and all that fun stuff, which is not really fun. But yeah, so we'll have to watch out there for that. So we'll do severe weather coverage Monday and Tuesday. Expect this to be live Monday, Tuesday for severe weather coverage. And obviously, I don't think we're going to need it Saturday. Tomorrow, I don't think we'll need it either, and obviously today there's nothing, so we'll be live for severe weather come Monday, Tuesday. But anyways, back over here to the winter weather, y'all. So yeah, that's the big severe weather events mostly out of this secondary, really large winter system that's going to be bringing a bunch of problems, more than likely for the Central Plains, the Midwest, and maybe even portions out there by the western Ohio Valley, I guess you would call it, for portions like Michigan and kind of the Great Lakes states. Could be seeing a bit of a problem with that. Anyways, what's up, Jenny? Hope you are doing good. Glad to have you here. Let's see here. What's up, Courtney? Hope you're doing good. Let's see here. Can we predict snowfall accumulation? This far out, yes. We're starting to get to the point now where we think we know relatively what's going to happen. Like I was saying with you guys, it really seems like the models have kind of backed off a bit for like Virginia. So my Virginians out there, I know Jenny, I hate to tell you, but it looks like that potential is pretty much dropped for you. You can see how it's more than likely just going to be a bunch of rain, maybe some sleet, freezing rain for Virginia. I still think there is a possibility of seeing stuff out there. I really do. I mean, we still have a little bit of time to change, but it seems like most of the models are kind of locking on target right now. So that's the GFS. Let's go and work over to the CMC model. The CMC model kind of showing the same thing here, actually. Really showing for the late morning, afternoon here of basically the 6th, we're going to be seeing a bunch of frozen precipitation. We're talking sleet. We're talking freezing rain. That's going to be a problem for these areas out there by the central side of Virginia, for the upper elevations and stuff like that. For more of northwestern, kind of northern Virginia here, western northern Virginia, we are going to be seeing the potential of some pretty heavy snow. It seems quite possible. Now, if you live out there by the panhandle of West Virginia, I think you are going to be pretty much locked in regarding heavy snowfall. So if you live out there in the panhandle of West Virginia, your odds are pretty good. Your odds actually are pretty good. Same thing for western Maryland here. Central Maryland, it seems like it's been trending more rain lately. You can see a bunch of heavy rainfall across the yellow. The yellow represents heavy rain. The green represents, the darker green is also kind of heavy rain, but the yellow is like starting to become really heavy. So that seems to be, that seems to be the latest outlook here for the CMC model. And of course, we work our way here to the morning of the 7th into the, actually, this one has a little bit more earlier. So basically here for the 7th, showing a lot of heavy snow rolling through Pennsylvania, New York, northern New Jersey, central southern side will likely not see snowfall. Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, and Vermont. We'll likely see some heavy snowfall. Now, remember when we were talking about Long Island? This model shows absolutely no snow for Long Island. And that's what I was expecting, honestly, because I actually agree with that factor. Probably not much snowfall. One main thing is being close to the water out here. As you know, water influences temperatures quite a bit because, water obviously takes a lot more energy, a lot more time to cool down and warm up. So we're, the water, the temperatures out there are still pretty, I wouldn't say really warm, but they're, warm kind of, in which obviously actually influences the air temperature around the water. So that's going to allow for a lot of these areas here, a lot of coastal regions, maybe just slightly above freezing, which could definitely allow for the snow not to happen, and it just mostly be a bunch of rainfall. It seems quite possible. Definitely does seem quite possible for those areas. But yeah, and of course the system, this one really has it traveling up to Maine here for the PM, for the evening here of the 7th. And then of course after that, it's pretty much over. Then of course we have our second system that rolls through, a beast of a storm. We're talking 970 millibars, 969 there for a minute. Holy cow. Really big beast of a storm. So we have two storms, actually. We have this guy that's popping through, should be out here by the 8th. And then for the 9th, another big guy rolls through the region here. So we'll definitely be tracking both of them here. So let's go and move on to the icon here. We're going to take a look at that here. Let's see here. Lightning, thank you for becoming a tropical storm, my friend. Much appreciated. Welcome aboard, my friend. But yeah, so like we were talking about here for the icon, it really kind of basically rules out a lot of the snowfall for portions out there in like Virginia. This model also really doesn't show much of that mixture, kind of sleet, freezing rain. It really doesn't show too much of that overall. So for northern Virginia, still definitely looks like we could get a little bit of something. I think, like I said, like I was mentioning, I think the panhandle of West Virginia has a pretty good shot. All the models still continuously show a lot of heavy snowfall there. Once again, areas out there by like New York City, I mean, you're right on that line. So, honestly, at this point, this could either be a big storm for New York City or it could either be a flop. That's kind of where we're at right now. It could either be a lot of something, it could either be a lot of nothing. But obviously, since you're close to that winter weather line, it's obviously good to still keep an eye out there for it because, I mean, obviously a single shift to the east more than likely would draw more snow out there. So, but once again, yeah, Long Island, mostly just rainfall overall. So that's that. Yeah, that's kind of what we're looking out there. And then, of course, high pressure builds in, and then that secondary storm pops off again. So we'll definitely need to be on the lookout there for both of those. Okay, now I know what you guys are thinking. How much snow are we talking? And I got you guys. Let me go ahead and bring this up here. We're going to turn off satellite. We're going to turn off the background here. Let's see here. All right, there we go. So we're going to go and hop you all over here to the accumulations. Crystal, thank you for the $2 super chat, my friend. Greatly appreciated. See you later, TRG. But yeah, thank you, Crystal. Much appreciated. So this is the accumulations, my friends. This is what we're talking about. So you might be wondering what these colors mean. Well, let's go ahead and start off here in Virginia. So you can kind of see, according to the official forecast here from the Weather Service here, we're relatively talking that line kind of near DC. You can see how it kind of cuts off before Charlottesville and stuff like that. So kind of an issue. So not as much snowfall for Virginia, except for like the Blue Ridge and those upper elevations. But anyways, regarding the amounts of snowfall out there, so we're talking, possibly maybe 1 to 3 inches along the line here of the mountains. I mean, an absolute serious change in accumulation. Now, that's what I was telling you guys. I mean, do not get excited for what accumulation you were seeing for the last couple days, because it takes time to kind of wind them around. Looking at snow accumulations far out is not a good thing, and so I know a lot of you guys got your hopes up in these regions. And like I said, you shouldn't have, because we were still a couple days away at that point. I mean, now we're getting closer to the event. I mean, it's almost the 5th. It's going to really start popping off here for the 6th, so we're basically a day and a half away, basically. So it's getting closer, okay? Definitely getting closer. So now is the time we should, start looking at the totals overall. But yeah, so a lot of the Blue Ridge here. I mean, if you're lucky, maybe 1 to 3 inches. I think it could locally go a little higher potentially, but we'll see. So for portions out there by West Virginia, so it definitely looks like a decent amount of snow. I mean, it's not an astronomically crazy amount of snow, but West Virginia could see some instances of maybe 3 to 5 inches. I think it's possible. Most likely out there by the Panhandle. I know this really shows it towards like the east central side, but I think that the models were really hinting on heavy snowfall across portions here of the Panhandle. I think you guys out there by the Panhandle is probably going to be hitting pretty good. But then you look up in the northeast, and this is where things start to get a little crazy. Now, this is actually an uptrend here in the latest, in the latest runs and stuff like that. So, according to the official amount, Boston, honestly, guys, 8 to 12 inches would not be surprising. It looks like a good amount of snowfall for those regions. Yeah, really, where you see that yellow. Getting near a foot in some regions, so southern Maine, possibly up to a foot. Same thing for central, kind of southern New Hampshire. Some areas over a foot, near a foot could be a good possibility. Southern Vermont, same thing. Connecticut, so Providence, Rhode Island here. Let's see here. We're ranging right around 5 inches. So honestly, I'd say between 4 and 8 inches is a good way to range it. Let's see here. We have ourselves Springfield, Massachusetts, possibly up to, or we're expecting around 10 inches. But, I'd say 6 to 12. I mean, it's just giving it a good range there. New York City, that's the problem. So we were talking about New York City and how basically, how basically you were right on that snow line. New York City more than likely will not see much. However, as you noticed, it really kicks up the further you go to the northwest. I mean, it really blows up here not too far from New York City. I mean, we're talking literally 7 inches, about, 50 miles or so away from New York City. So, I mean, it really, really cuts off. So, not a whole lot on the forecast here as of right now. But, like I said, I would still keep an eye on it if you live out in those regions there, because a single shift, like I was saying, a little bit of a movement to the east would probably drive more snow for these areas. We'll have to see. We'll definitely have to see there. So we work our way over here towards Pennsylvania. Pittsburgh, 1 to 3 inches, good possibility out there. Philadelphia, a couple, tenths of an inch possible. See Scranton. Scranton could see a decent amount here, maybe up to 7 inches. We're kind of expecting the range around 7 inches. So I'd say probably 5 to 8 inches is the good expectancy out there. So overall, pretty good amount. Let's see here. Albany, New York. If you live out there by Albany, we're talking about 8 inches or so. About 8 inches of snowfall expected. I know it's kind of a big range, but I'd say 6 to 12 inches possible in some of those regions. Locally, definitely could get near a foot, I think, for sure. We work our way over towards Syracuse. A little bit less, around a half a foot expected. Honestly, 4 to 8 inches is a good potential out there, so not too bad. Buffalo area, not a whole lot. I mean, maybe 3 to 5 if you're lucky. I'd say more 2 to 4 in the range overall. But anyways, so we'll definitely need to be On the lookout for that. Let's see. What is Western Massachusetts looking like right now? So for Western Massachusetts, actually quite a bit. Depends on exactly where you're at there. Like we were mentioning, Springfield, Massachusetts definitely could be pretty hefty out there by Springfield. So maybe up to 10 inches or so expected. Obviously, you can't take that with a grain of salt. Essentially, do not take that too serious. Overall, let's see here. Justin, thank you for the $2 super chat. I'll get to you in a minute. But yeah, so that's kind of what it looks like here. So a good amount of snowfall. We're talking, I mean, literally locally up to a foot could definitely be a possibility. So we'll keep an eye on it. Let's see here, Justin. Okay, so should we see snow in Indiana Saturday? It looks very possible, actually. The models do have a system rolling through here for Indiana on Saturday. So this is actually the system in general. So we're talking Fort Wayne, about an inch or so. Indianapolis, about an inch. Really no more than an inch across most of the areas here. So central, northern Indiana has the good potential of actually seeing that. But thank you for the $2 super chat, my friend. Let's see here. Riley coming with a $5 super chat. Thanks so much, Riley. Let's see here. Saying Indiana, Pennsylvania. Let's see here. Indiana, Pennsylvania. Okay, so you're kind of on the western side. Gotcha. So, let's see here. Remember, guys, we're going to be doing another live stream today, too. Probably somewhere around 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock Eastern. Let's see, is today Thursday? Okay, so we'll probably do around 9 o'clock so that people, start to go to bed around 10 or so. Anyways, but yeah, for Indiana, according to the expected amount, we're talking about 4 inches. I would range 3 to 6 inches being a good possibility. So 3 to 6 inches seems to be what I would range with. So, honestly, not a bad amount. Definitely not a bad amount. I mean, remember, this is the official forecast, too. This is how much snow we are expecting regarding the system here, the first system. But anyways, thank you once again, Riley. Greatly appreciate it, my friend. Could I put the cursor to the east of Oswego, New York? East? Let's see if I even remember where Oswego is. Where are you? I know you're around here, so I'm pretty sure you're on the west, if I'm not mistaken. Oh my gosh, I really don't want to have to look it up. I will. Oh, there's Oswego. I knew you were around here somewhere. So yeah, east of Oswego, it actually really kind of kicks up. We have a localized area here of potential heavier snowfall, according to the official forecast, out there by like Camden and those regions there. So, it's a good amount, a really good amount of snowfall. We're saying about 9 inches. I would say probably 6 to 10 inches would probably be the best to go with that overall. Let's see here. Riley says, thank you. No problem. No problem, my friend. Let's see here. What is the advisory looking like? First of all, Mark with a $10 super chat, man. Thank you, Mark. Dude, you rock, dude. I appreciate it very much. A huge shout out goes to Mark with a $10 super chat. Thanks, man. Saying, let me get in on this. I appreciate it, dude. Thank you. That really helps out me. Really helps me out a lot. Thank you, Mark. Big shout out to you, man. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at the advisors. We'll get back to the snow accumulations here in a second. But let's see here. So let's go ahead and hop over. Oh, it looks like they did just issue a bunch of those watches out. So I checked a little bit ago. This is a relatively new thing that they did. Okay, we'll just have to look at it on this view. So let's see, zoom in a little bit here. Okay, there we go. So we have winter storm watches, means that heavy impacts regarding winter weather is possible across these areas. So you can see how we have, obviously, western Virginia here included, the panhandle of West Virginia going all the way as far down south as western North Carolina across those upper elevations. The upper mountain ranges of North Carolina really seems to be the greatest possibility for seeing winter weather that far south. Like I was mentioning before, the elevations, obviously the higher you go up in the atmosphere, to some degree, the cooler it gets. So that's that. So it's going to be a little bit cooler up there, which is going to allow for more winter weather to fall. And of course, this goes all the way up here throughout central, eastern Pennsylvania, northern New Jersey, Let's see here. Basically central, kind of southeastern New York states, Connecticut, Massachusetts, southern New Hampshire, southern Vermont. Now, I can tell you this. They're more than likely not done issuing these. This is just the first wave of winter storm watches that's actually being issued here, okay? The first wave, I guarantee they're going to issue a lot more. I would not be surprised if, obviously, they extend them a little bit further to the north. And also wouldn't be surprised if they actually extended them a little bit further into southeastern Pennsylvania. I think it's a good possibility. They'll probably keep it around that area for New Jersey. I'm actually I'm very happy with what they did there for New Jersey. It seems like that very northern tip has the greatest probability of seeing that snowfall out there. But for central and southern New Jersey, it's just going to be too warm. It doesn't really look like that. So yeah, I think they did great with these warnings. Watches. These watches. I think they did a good job issuing those. But yeah, we'll have to see. They're obviously going to be adding more counties and probably removing some counties here. But yeah, give it another day. So by tomorrow night, I would say they're going to have winter storm warnings out in place. These are watches. Remember, there's a difference between a watch and a warning. A warning means it's imminent or expected shortly. And a watch means that it's possible, and it's coming up essentially. So that's what we need to look out there for. Polar says, "Thank you, Andrew." No problem, my friends. Once again, Mark, thank you so much, dude. That's greatly appreciated. Same thing to Riley. Let's see here, Justin and Crystal. Thank you guys for the donations. You guys rock, man, mans and mams. Thank you guys so much. But anyways, all right, let's go ahead and hop on back here. Take a look back at those accumulations here overall. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it really seems like a good amount of snowfall. So remember, this is the official forecast from the National Weather Service. And it's really highlighting these areas here. So if you live across some of these regions here, that is where more than likely the heaviest snowfall is going to be. That is more than likely where the heaviest is going to be. So if you live out there kind of for like Massachusetts, on the central western side, I think you have a good potential. Same thing for southern Vermont, southern New Hampshire, southern Maine, and kind of east central New York State overall. Okay, so remember though, that's the expected amount. We're going to take a look at the worst case scenario here, just to kind of see what that looks like. So a bit of a disclaimer. Let me go ahead and actually add something to the stream real quickly. I'm going to add a text real quick. Let's see here. Okay, so I'm gonna add worst case here. All right, so bear with me. There we go. Okay, so this is worst case. We're gonna hop over to that now. Okay, there we go. So this is worst case scenario regarding the most amount of snowfall possible. I mean, even remotely possible. This is basically a 1 in 10 chance of happening, okay? So overall, Boston, that's what I'm saying, dude. It's nuts. Boston, well over a foot there. I mean, showing the heaviest being across, like, New Hampshire and Maine. Well over 1.5 feet according to the worst case scenario. Remember, like I said, this is the 1 in 10 shot of happening. Absolute worst case scenario, and it shows a really crazy amount of snowfall. So Boston, Massachusetts, worst case scenario here, we're talking about 15, 16 inches or so. Pretty crazy overall. Let's see here. We have ourselves, let's see, Manchester, about 18 inches expected, or sorry, not expected, worst case scenario. Albany, New York, about 15 inches, worst case scenario. Buffalo, about 5 inches. Syracuse, about a foot. Let's see here. Binghamton, I don't even know how you say that. About 12 inches there. So, like I said, this is worst case scenario. Scranton here, right around a foot. Let's see, Harrisburg, about 8 inches or so. This one shows New York City actually getting something, maybe around 3 inches or so. Also Long Island. Like I said, I'm still not too sure if like Long Island or anything like that will even get snow, considering, looks like it's going to be relatively too warm. Let's see here. So we have ourselves Hartford, about a little over a foot. So you guys can kind of see what we're talking about here. That pinkish color, that's kind of showing the absolute heaviest. And we are seeing here some localized amounts actually pretty hefty. Some localized amounts possibly up to 20 inches. Remember, this is worst case scenario too. So now let's go and take a look at the the best case scenario. Let's see here. So we'll do best case scenario. I hate when I say best case scenario because, I mean, I like snow. So obviously, this isn't the best for some people. But let's see. So for the best case scenario, still 1 in 10 chances of happening. Very low probability. Really throws down the accumulations like quite dramatically. It shows no accumulation for Virginia at all. Scranton here, maybe around like 3 inches. I mean, totally different here. At most, maybe 4 inches, but yeah. So that's what we're looking at here. Let's see, CFR, dude, coming with a $15 super chat. Wow, dude. Thank you so much, CFR. You absolutely rock, man. I appreciate that. Let's see, also, Polar Vortex coming with a $5 super chat as well. Wow, dude. Thank you, Polar. And CFR, you guys rock, y'all. See, thank you for all you do. Keep us informed. No problem. No problem, my friends. You all rock. I appreciate you guys very much. That's very sweet of you guys. Much appreciated. I'll make sure to give a big shout out at the end of the live stream as well to you guys who've donated into the new members and stuff like that. So we'll give a big thank you later on. But anyways, so let's go ahead and change this back to expected. So like I said, yeah, here's the expected amount here overall. So like I said, pretty good amount is definitely expected across a lot of these regions. Once again, it seems like the bullseye is going to be across these areas here. But I tell you what, we are going to hop over here to the NAM. We have the mid-range models coming in now. Once again, CFR, thank you so much. Polar Vortex, thank you again. All of you guys, y'all are so sweet. Much appreciated. But yeah, let's go ahead and hop over here to the NAM model just to take a look and see what the latest one has to show us here. So the NAM is not as crazy as it was yesterday in terms of not showing anything. Wow, dude, look at that. Yeah, NAM really shows things popping through. Anyways, but yeah, so it looks like things are going to really start to pop off here for basically really late Friday, actually. Extremely early Saturday. I mean, we're talking right around midnight or so. So we're starting to see a lot of that ice popping off here by the morning of the 6th, according to NAM model. So we're talking freezing rain, sleet mixture across, basically these areas here. Actually showing a bit of snowfall for the morning of Saturday across Ohio, Indiana, a few snow showers across Illinois and Michigan can't be ruled out. Same thing for like the upper northeast. You can see. Actually, you can't see that, but there's a little bit of snow showers up there. And of course, we work our way into the afternoon. So this is kind of right around 1 p.m. or so. And as we approach this time, we're going to start to see a bunch of snowfall. Now, this one actually is pretty interesting because the NAM model shows it going a lot further more into like Northern Virginia and Maryland. Jenny, if you're still here, actually, I still see you there. So, Jenny, this would be the model you want to root for. The mid-range NAM model is actually showing some snowfall for like a lot of Northern Virginia here. I don't think that's really the best. I really don't think that's a likely scenario at this moment, considering all the other models barely have it going into Western Virginia. But this is what the NAM is showing us. And obviously, as we work our way into further down into the afternoon, late it should be out of Virginia, but still really kicking up across portions like New Jersey. Let's see here, portions out there by Long Island, a lot of snow showers and some snow out there by Michigan, Ohio, Indiana for the late 6th into the early 7th overall. And look at that, really coming down for the Northeast. Let's actually hop over to the Northeast now. Really coming down for the Northeast here for basically the morning of the 7th, and then that low wraps in again, causing that snow to really come down. It's actually pretty crazy. So real heavy snowfall, and we'll see a lot of quick accumulations across these regions here if this was a scenario. And of course it rolls through. So we have NAM now. We have NAM, which is definitely pretty interesting. Now I do want to hop over to, let's see here, Mid-Atlantic. We actually should have the HRRR talking about it. Oh shoot. Yeah, we should. Oh man. Okay, so there's HRRR. So this is the first take really of HRRR showing this event here. So all that snow in the early morning. So for Saturday morning, we're talking, I mean, real early. We're going to see a lot of snow across like Illinois, Indiana. This I actually kind of believe. Actually, I really do believe the HRRR in this case. So a lot of snowfall across like Michigan, Indiana, Western Ohio. A lot of potential heavy snow actually towards like Illinois. And then all that precipitation works its way up here. And as we approach into the more later morning here, we're going to start to see a bunch of that ice accumulation starting for those upper elevations, obviously where it's a bit cooler, temperatures right around freezing, but we're still going to be seeing a bunch of ice. And then as we work our way into pretty much late morning, early afternoon, the purple is representing, let's see here, purple's representing sleet, and the kind of this weird orangey red color is showing kind of freezing rain here overall. So, which is, it's definitely really interesting here overall. But yeah, so then we work our way down further in time into later afternoon. I mean, we're seeing some heavy snowfall across like extreme western Virginia, portions here of the eastern, the eastern side of, or the panhandle, I should say, really just of West Virginia. And then that's where the model ends there. But obviously would continue moving to the northeast here. So definitely looks pretty interesting. Also, it does show that snow digging down into like central northern Kentucky as well, which is definitely pretty interesting. And so yeah, so that's really what the HRRR has to say. Honestly, I really do agree with the HRRR in this case. From what I've seen as a mixture between the models, this one kind of hits all those corners. So this would be more of a good likelihood of what's going to happen. So a lot of, I think a lot of ice accumulations, and let me actually move our way over here to the ice accumulations here. Actually, let's look at it this way. So we're going to hop over to the hazards for a minute. We're going to switch to the forecast. I think they have it here. Okay, this is 24-hour ice accumulations. Okay, so I'm going to have to hop over here anyways. Okay, so ice accumulations does look pretty hefty across portions here of really just Western Virginia here in general. Also portions of like the upper elevations of, let's see here, portions of, I'm literally stuttering like crazy right now. So for the western side here of North Carolina, we're talking maybe 3, 4, 5 millimeters, which let me actually convert that. I'm so used to, let's see here, like tenths of an inch and stuff like that. So let's see, 2 inches, let's do millimeters to inches here. Perfect. Okay, so we're talking, so across those upper elevations here of like West Virginia by Hickory, a lot of these areas, we're talking between 2 and 4 millimeters. So that would be right between, okay, it seems like at most maybe up to a tenth, maybe worst case scenario, 2/10 of an inch across some of those upper elevation, which in that case, that would actually be pretty impactful. But it really seems like the ice really kind of kicks up here. We're talking south like towards Roanoke, maybe around 4 millimeters, maybe around 1/2 of an inch of ice here. Let's see, between Lexington and Harrisonburg, about 5 millimeters, which that's about, it's right at like 0.2 or 2/10 of an inch, which that would be very impactful. I mean, even a tenth of an inch of ice can cause problems. Once you start going like 2+ tenths of an inch, that's when it becomes a kind of a big issue. So regardless, yeah, these areas that are highlighted here, I mean, honestly, you need to watch out for it because we could have a lot of slick conditions, a lot of bad traveling. You know, the problem is as well, is also the fact that these areas are very terrainy, I guess it's a new word. So basically, they have a lot of mountains and a lot of hills across these regions because, you know, I grew up here. So a lot of mountains, a lot of hills in this selected area. So, you know, if your car is on an elevation and it's icy, you can see where this could go bad. So that or inclination, it could go pretty bad. So that right there in itself is already another concern. So just, yeah, avoid travel Saturday and maybe even Sunday if needed. Until, you know, roads clear up and all that fun stuff. But yeah, definitely been pretty crazy. Let's see here. Jenny says, please no. Yeah. I'm doing good, Pilot. Hope you're doing good, man. Let's see here. So many different scenarios I've been hearing for Lebanon, Pennsylvania. Can you please clarify for me? Yeah. Let's see here. Lebanon. Hopefully it's bring me. Whoa. Hold on a minute. That's in like Saudi Arabia. Whoops. That's not where I want to look. Let's see, Lebanon. Pennsylvania, right? Okay, gotcha. All right, so you're on the southeast side. Gotcha. So we're going to hop over here to the expected amount. So Lebanon's right here. Okay, so from the National Weather Service, from the official forecast here, the expected amount, we're talking right around about 4 or 5 inches or so. I'd say between 3 to 6 inches is a good boundary to go off of, my friend. So honestly, 3 to 6 inches. Maybe even a little more, I think could be a possibility. I think the official forecast has it kind of pushing further to the north here, because that warm air is going to start building into some of these coastal regions. But I think you might be far enough inland here to where you won't see too much of impacts from that. I think it's something you should watch for sure. But I would range off of 3 to 6 right now. Let's see here. Teresa coming with a tropical stormer membership. Thank you so much, Teresa. Welcome aboard. Greatly appreciated, my friend. Thank you for the support, and welcome aboard, my friend. But yeah. Let's see, what's the purple? What this? Purple is about 1-2 inches or so. 1-2 inches. Let's see here. But yeah, once again, thank you for becoming a member, Teresa. Greatly appreciated. But yeah. So we are going to be seeing, a lot of our heaviest accumulations out there, like we were mentioning before. This is the expected amount for portions like Massachusetts, Connecticut, New York State here, southern Maine, New Hampshire, portions out there by like Vermont and stuff. So, but anyways, all right, guys. Well, we are going to be doing zip codes. So if y'all have any zip codes, feel free to throw them down in chat. I think it's about time we should do some zip codes here. Kind of getting towards. We're already 40 minutes in. But like I said, if y'all have any zip codes, let me know. Teresa, you are the first person to post a zip code. And you just became a member. So I got you, Teresa. Let's see here. 47879. Let's see, 47879. Let's see here. For Indiana. Gotcha. Okay, so you're kind of on the southwestern side of Indiana. See here, you're up in this region here. Hate to be the bearer of bad news, but a couple tenths of an inch seems to be in the actual forecast. Remember, this is the expected amount here. A few tenths of an inch could be a good possibility. Not a whole lot, honestly, for those regions. But I will tell you, though, let's see here. We're going to hop to the models for you real quick, my friend. Reason I want to do this is because we actually have 2 storms, as you may have heard of, rolling through these regions. So first of all, we have a little bit of snow from this first system rolling through potentially, but then we have another storm system rolling through. Okay, so even for that second storm system, it looks like mostly rain for you. You have a lot of rain coming in. It could end as maybe some snow. I think it's a possibility. It could end as some snow here for basically the morning of the 10th, and then rolling out there. Why does GFS show another system after that? I tell you, y'all, I mean, quite a crazy pattern we're in right now. But yeah, so overall, I mean, honestly, I don't see too much issues going on out there for you, my friend. But yeah, that's what we're looking at there, my friend. So a couple tenths of an inch seems to be possible. All right, let's see here. I know you said no snow coming up for New York City, but let's see. Should I keep watching out for it? I mean, yeah, I would definitely keep it out there for New York City. Reason is like I was saying, you're right on the snow line, man. I mean, you are right on that line. A little bit of accumulation, I think, is definitely a possibility. But, I mean, overall, it seems like most of that snow is going to be to your north. But, out there by Wayne, you should know where Wayne is if you live in New York City. I mean, we're talking about 5 inches out there. So, that's not terribly too far from New York City. I mean, you see you're right on that strong gradient. And, if that does magically shift a bit to the east, you would be included with some decent snowfall, actually. But right now, you're on the end of it, which is not leaving you with much to work with. So I really don't see much of a big concern as of now. There's no watches. They did not put any watches that far east. They did put some for these areas of New Jersey, but there's none for New York right now. But overall, yeah, I really don't see too much of an issue for you. But, you know, I would keep an eye out there for the storm still. I mean, we still are about a day or two out, so, you know, things can still wiggle a little bit. Possibility. Let's see here. Kayla, let's see here. 46176. 46176 across Shelbyville, Indiana. Okay, so you're kind of more of the central side of Indiana. Let's see here. Where is Shelbyville? Shelbyville. There you are. Okay, so we're talking maybe about an inch. About an inch here with that first storm. Possibly up to an inch. I mean, I'd say maybe a little bit less than an inch, honestly, but I'd say best case scenario, probably about an inch or so. Could be expected out of that first storm. Now, you wanted to know about that second storm as well. Whenever it comes to the second one, like we were talking about, it really seems like rain is just going to be the potential there. The green is representing rain. I'm sure you probably know that. Green showing the rain and the, let's see here. The green showing the rain and the blue kind of showing the snow, and then the pink kind of showing the mixture. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be relatively just rainy. I mean, maybe like I was mentioning for who is it, Teresa? Like I was mentioning, it's going to be relatively possible for some snow showers on the back end side of that second storm. For those regions out there for, you know, the morning of the 10th. It's possible, but, you know, accumulations at that far, not really too known. Even knowing if there's going to be a lot of snow showers after that storm rolls through is still kind of unknown, but it's possible. Let's see here. Teresa says, thank you, no problem. Attached says, I really wanted some snow this year. The year just started, man. I mean, you still got a chance. Well, it really depends on where you're at, but you still got a chance. I mean, a lot of the country here that's, you know, prone to getting snow every once in a while, still got a chance, man. I mean, like I said, it just turned January. I mean, we just hit winter about 1 or 2 weeks ago. So, let's see here. Caden says, can I do 51239? Yeah, I can do that. 51239. This is in Iowa. Yep. Recognized by that zip code. So yeah, you're on the northwest side. So yeah, you know on that first system you're not going to get really hardly anything. I'm pretty sure you probably already know that. Now with that second system, it looks like the most of the bulk of it's going to be east of you, so you're kind of in this area here. Overall, let me hop to more of a higher resolution model here because it looks like there could be a potential for a bit of snow showers here for the morning of the 6th. Look at that. So a little bit of snow showers possible out there. Not really much accumulation out of them, I wouldn't say. Let's see. The CMC model, this is another long-range model here, actually shows a little bit of that snow possibly working its way in for the afternoon of the 8th. But, wow, this one really disagrees with the GFS here. Yeah, this one has it digging a lot further more to the east overall. Still wouldn't really do much for you. And, of course, Icon here. See, 12 Zulu. Wow, that's interesting. So this model actually shows a lot of snow for you. This one shows it for the morning of the 8th, cutting through the 8th and out by the 9th. So there's obviously a lot of uncertainty still with that. There's definitely still a lot of uncertainty with the accumulations and even the potential of snowfall in your area right now with that secondary storm. Let that first snowstorm we're talking about right now mostly roll through, and once that first snowstorm rolls through, then we're going to switch gears and we're going to hop more into this guy. We're going to talk a lot more about this after the first one happens. But, you know, like I was saying, though, I mean, as soon as that first storm system ends, this one's going to brew, so we're going to have a little amount of time to really dive on into it. But we'll have to, we'll definitely be talking a lot about it. I'll get the information out before it happens, obviously, but that's that. I mean, so Caden, it's possible for a little bit of snow over the next couple of days, but it's very, very all over the place. Very much all over the place. So, yeah, that's that, my friend. That's that. Let's see here. Kayla says, thank you as always. No problem. Let's see here. Catman wants me to take a look here at, let's see here. Catman wants me to look here at 51239. Is this Tulsa? Let's see here. Hold on. 51239. Wait, what? Hold on. 51239. Wait, hold on. 51239. What? What the heck? Catman, are you? Hold on a minute. 51239. Cat. Oh, Catman put the same zip code in. Catman, you're confusing me, man. You are causing a bunch of problems. Time out. Time out. Let's see here. No, I'm not doing Catman. I'm not doing your area now, man. Because you kept kidding. I got you, man. Let's see here. Even though you mess with me, even though you quote-unquote broke me, you say. Let's see here. So I see a lot of rain potential for the 8th, according to the icon anyways. Maybe a bit of back-end snowfall there for the 9th. Possibility with icon. Let me see more support of that, though. Let's see. GFS shows a lot of rainfall for the 8th. Wow, possibly some backing on the 9th here. That's interesting. So 2 out of 2 models show that. Let's see. Was that icon we looked at here? I'm pretty sure it wasn't. Was it? Icon shows it, or was that CMC? Hold on, I'm confused. CMC. Okay, yeah, it was icon we looked at. So all models do show a bit of snowfall on the back end side for the 9th. So Catman, I think you do have a possibility of seeing at least a little bit of snow, possibly for the 9th here. Dude, CMC model really has this thing digging down to the south here. Wow. Yeah, that's when that big time severe weather event's gonna pop off. Yeah, like we were looking at earlier, guys. Just a bit of a heads up as well. A lot of these areas here. Let's see. I think it also goes up like this. So yeah, a lot of these areas here have severe weather concern for Monday and Tuesday, I believe it was. Let me double check on that actually. Yeah, well, since let's hop over to it. Let me remove this. So yeah, for Monday and Tuesday. So we actually have threats for Saturday, Friday and Saturday too. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. So Monday we have this long line of a concern, and then Tuesday we have this guy. So, anyways, all right. Next up, we have ourselves Crystal. Let's see, Crystal. You want me to take a look at the zip code? 45431. Gotcha. Yeah, I would have got to you earlier, but somebody, Catman, kind of got in the way. 45431. 45431. See here, Ohio. Gotcha on the southwestern side. Okay. All right, let's hop over here. So according to the accumulation in the next 72 hours, so the next 3 days, I guess by Dayton area, I'm assuming by Dayton, right? Maybe. Anyways, we're talking maybe up to an inch. Maybe up to an inch. We should be above a half an inch at least because, we're expecting about 0.8 inches. So above a half an inch, but maybe up to an inch. Seems possible. Let me hop back to the models here. We're going to look up towards the Ohio Valley because we do have 2 storms rolling through. Let's see here. So the first storm system, yeah, shows a little bit of snow out there. Bunch of showers afterwards too, and the second storm system will more than likely just bring a lot of rain, but we'll have to see. It could end on a little bit of snow for the Ohio area, possible, but we'll see. We shall see. Let's see, why would I do such a thing? Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. But anyways, yeah, if you guys have any zip codes, feel free to throw them down in the chat here. Once again, if y'all don't understand the reason why we're doing these member live streams, this is the first one we've done in a long time. So this is basically a way of me telling the members thank you for supporting us, just by allowing them to chat. Like I said, we're doing another live stream tonight. I'm going to do another live stream tonight. We're going to do another update. It might be a little bit later, actually. I'm thinking maybe around 10 o'clock Eastern time, so 9 Central. So we'll be live at 10 Eastern again. This will be for everybody, so everybody who's a subscriber will be able to chat at that stream. This one's just a big thank you to our Just a big thank you to our members, our supporters. If you're wondering why you can't chat, that's exactly why. But later live stream, you will be able to chat. Anybody who's subscribed to the channel will be able to. So, guys, if you've not already, consider subscribing, leaving a like on this. It would be greatly appreciated, my friends. And, once again, thank you all for the people who have become a member, all the supporters, all the donators today. You guys absolutely rock. Do I know who my longest member is? Actually, I looked at that a little bit ago. Let's see if I can find it. I think they had 18 months, I think, on our channel. It was actually pretty crazy. It was actually really crazy. Let me look and see who are. I'm actually curious myself for that. And if I wait to do it, then I am going to end up forgetting. Oh, speaking of, guys, if you do want to become a member on our channel and you just don't know how, go to our main page here, right? Go to our main page and actually hit the join button. You hit join, Tropical Storm, $2.99 a month. And we have different tiers here. So any one of these memberships will grant you access to be able to chat in our members only live streams. So for no matter whatever you want to support us with, that's how you do it. Just thought I'd mention that real quickly. But yeah, let me go ahead and bring this off screen for a minute because there's some pretty. Let's see here. We'll go ahead and hop over here to channel. Let's see. It should be under this. It should be under, let's see. Trying to find it. Oh, here we go. Memberships. Okay. Here we go. So I think I can filter the time. Let's see here. So, okay, I see 18 months ago. I think Trisha is. Yep, Trisha is our oldest member, 18 months. Or Tricia. That's right, Tricia. Let's see here. Joyce, thank you so much. Susan, thank you for subscribing, guys. Much appreciated. But yeah, so that's with the members. Let's see here. Oh God, Catman, why? See, Caden says mine 16. Yeah, you are very close, Caden, to top. You're definitely one of the early members. That's for sure. But anyways, yeah, we're approaching right around an hour, guys. So if there's any other zip codes that you guys want me to take a look at here before we roll off on the members live stream, let me know. Let me know now. Before we roll off here, we're going to cut it right around an hour mark. And of course, we are going to be doing another live stream today. Once again, the shot of you guys being here for the live stream is not over. I'm thinking, so this one's going to end right around 6:30. Let's see. I'm thinking about 9 p.m. Eastern. I mean, that gives me at least a little bit to recoup. I'm going to set it for 9:30. How about that? 9:30 Eastern is when we're going to be doing another live stream. 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central. That way it's not too late, but it also gives me a little bit of time. So we'll do that, okay? See, camera bugged out. Yeah, it does that every once in a while. I don't know why. It might be a software issue. I don't know. Anyways. I don't think it's a hardware issue because it's working fine most of the time. But anyways, guys. Well, seems like we got to most of the people. Once again, thank you all so much for joining us today. Thank you for all the members. Let's go ahead and give a big shout out to our members and our donators for today. You guys absolutely rock. We love y'all. We really appreciate all the support. Let's see here. Okay, so big shout outs goes to Justin. For the $2 super chat. Thank you so much, Justin. Greatly appreciated. We have Lightning FN for becoming a Tropical Stormer. Once again, welcome aboard, my friend. Thank you for that. $2 super chat coming in from Crystal. Thank you, Crystal. Another $2 super chat coming in from Justin. Thanks, man. We have Riley with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Riley. Mark coming in with a $10 super chat. Thank you so much, Mark, Riley, all of you guys. Much appreciated. We had CFR with a $15 super chat. Like, holy cow, guys. Thank you so much. Polar Vortex with a 5. Thank you, Polar. And lastly, we had Teresa becoming a tropical stormer here at the end. Much appreciated, my friend. Thank you all so much. Once again, we're going to run through this again real quickly. Justin, Lightning, Crystal, Riley, Mark, CFR, and Polar Vortex. Also, Teresa. Thank you, guys. Much appreciated, my friends. And all right. But like I said, y'all, yeah, we're going to go live again. We're going to go live again tonight at 9:30 Eastern. 8:30 Central, 7:30 Mountain, and 6:30 Pacific. But I hope to see you guys again there. All right, y'all. Well, we're going to roll off here. We're going to head to the ending screen here, y'all. Once again, thank you for joining. Y'all be safe out there. Like I said, we'll give you guys more updates tomorrow night. If you can't catch tonight's other live stream, we'll be live again tomorrow night at around 8 o'clock, I'm thinking. A little bit earlier, probably. Or, sorry, a little bit later than today's live stream in general. But, all right, you guys. Well, you all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your nights. Once again, thank you all for everything. Much appreciated, y'all. And we are going to be, let's see, we're going to be starting down the timer here. So the stream's going to head off here in 2 minutes. So go ahead and say goodbye to your friends, family, anybody else you're hanging out with in the chat. And, all right, guys. Y'all take care. Much appreciated. For all of y'all joining, thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. And if you haven't already, please consider it. And all right, guys, y'all take care. Much love to y'all, and we'll see you guys later on. Peace out, my friends. Catch you then.